Good morning, all of you. In this part, we will be learning about report writing. See, this is the last stage in a research process. After the data analysis and interpretation is over, the researcher has to present the findings of his research in a formal way. So, a research report is a formal statement of the research process and its results. The main purpose of report writing is to communicate the results of the research undertaken along with the target audience, that is, for whom this particular research was undertaken, along with the methods and techniques that were used in the research. And a research report has a format like it will be comprising of three parts. So, a outline of a research report is like the first part being prefatory items, in the second part the body of the report, and the last part is the terminal items. In the first part, the prefatory items, it will contain the title page wherein the researcher would have presented the title of his research, to which university the particular report is being submitted, or the institution to which it is submitted, the name of the candidate along with his details, and the details of the supervisor who guided the researcher, and the department to which the researcher belongs to, the period in which it was submitted, the month and the year of submission of the research report. So all these will form part of the title page. This is followed by the researcher's declaration, wherein the researcher gives a declaration stating that this particular research is original in nature, carried out under the guidance of the research supervisor named therein, and it has not been submitted to any other university or institute for the award of a diploma or degree, and it is duly signed by the researcher. The next part is the certificate from the research supervisor. In this part, the research supervisor will state that such and such candidate undertook the research under his guidance, and the research report is prepared based on the data collected originally by the researcher for this present study, and the report has not been submitted to any other university or institute for the award of diploma or degree, and the certificate is duly signed by the research supervisor along with his seal. This is followed by a preface or acknowledgement. So in this part, the researcher will be remembering with gratitude all those people who helped him directly or indirectly in the conducting of the present research, and it will also bring out in the preface a small introduction relating to the research. This is followed by the table of contents. So this part will bring out the various chapters or parts in which the research report has been presented. Generally, the format would be introduction, review of literature, theoretical framework or conceptual framework, company profile or industry profile, data analysis and interpretation, summary of findings and suggestions, conclusion, bibliography, and appendix. So this is the order in which usually the table of contents will be presented. The table of contents will give information relating to in how many parts or chapters the research report has been covered along with the page numbers. The next is the list of tables. See, while preparing the research report, while doing the data analysis and interpretation, the researcher would have drawn various tables for analysis and interpretation. So all these tables should be serially numbered, and those tables are presented here along with the page numbers. This is followed by the list of graphs and charts which are used in the research report. So these graphs and charts will also be serially numbered along with the pages. So these are all the prefatory items. From this, the researcher will be informing to the reader about what is the research that he has undertaken, under whose guidance, to which university he or she is associated with, and in how many parts he is presenting his research report. In the body of the report, the first part would be the introduction, which will give a clear idea as to the historical perspective of the topic that is chosen for the study by the researcher. And in this part, the researcher will bring out clearly and define the problem that he has chosen. So the problem statement will be defined along with the purpose for which the particular research has been undertaken. This is followed by the review of literature, which will bring out the results of various studies that have been conducted in the past in the chosen area of the study. And here, the researcher will be presenting the research gap, why he has undertaken this particular research. And he will define the scope of his present study in terms of the geographical area as well as the perspective from which this particular study has been undertaken, because given that time and the resource constraints, it is not possible to study any problem in full. So what is the perspective from which the present study has been undertaken, and where this particular study is going to be conducted, and what is the reference period chosen for the study must be stated in this part. And the objectives of the study also will be stated as a part of the introduction, which will bring out the primary as well as the secondary objectives of the study. And in this part, the methodology will also be stated, like what is the type of the study, what is the data source that is used, either primary or secondary, and what is the questionnaire or what is the tool that is used for data collection. If any hypothesis has been tested, the same has to be a part of this introduction. And what are the tools that have been used for testing the hypothesis? If any models have been built in the research, then the same has to be a part of the introduction. What are the concepts, the definition of the concepts, operational definitions, and the models expressed in the form of a flowchart or a diagram must be a part of the introduction. So in this part, the researcher will bring out very clearly why he has undertaken this particular research, the rationale behind conducting this research, the major objective of conducting this research, the scope of the present study, the methods and methodology that has been used for undertaking this research. The next is the body of the report, which will bring out the results of the study undertaken by the researcher. It will bring out the data analysis and interpretation as well as the major findings of the study, and what are the suggestions or recommendations that are given by the researcher for the problem that he has studied. And the last part is the terminal items. Here, the researcher will be presenting the list of references that he has made, the bibliography. So he needs to adopt any one of the styles like the MLA or AMA style. So adopting any one of the styles, he has to present the various sources from where he has collected the data. So the bibliography has to be presented adhering to the particular style. And in the terminal item, the appendix will also be presented by the researcher, which will contain the copies of data collection instruments like the questionnaire or schedule. And if any technical data needs to be presented relating to the sampling plan that has been made by the researcher, that should also form part of the appendix. If any complex tables have been drawn based on the data collected by the researcher, the complex tables must also be presented as a part of the appendix. And if any new terms have been used by the researcher in his research report, the glossary of the new terms must be presented as a part of the appendix. So, The terminal items will constitute the bibliography and the appendix. So, this is all about the report writing. Thank you all.